And I think we're live. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another Sunday spiritual session. My name is Michael Rolla. And here on Sunday spiritual session, I like to talk about anything and everything in the world and give the spiritual spin with some guidance through some intuition and spirit channeling. We're gonna try and break things down in a fun way, in a simple way, because everything is spiritual and everything comes from consciousness first. And so, hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about the new energies, engaging your energies, your new abilities, this new fire season. Happy Aries season. Hey Bravery, what's going on? Be Rave in the house. Hope everything's good over there. Yeah, everything's been really just moving forward. A lot of changes, things going on. We got this week's going to be busy as heck too. So, um, really putting all that energy to use is something that really helps. And so I wanted to talk about the fire element and the cycle, the phases. I'm always talking about the 5 phases, and it's really important to understand how they work. So there's a creation cycle and there's a destruction cycle, right? So in the fire phase, what helps fire is the wood element, and then fire burns earth. So, but it also creates earth because it'll burn down things and then it creates more earth, the ash, and it'll lay on the earth and it creates more earth. Um, hey, Mary, how you doing? Oh, that's okay. Um, and so it's important to understand the relationship and what puts out fire, water, right? So understanding, your fire's in your heart, your liver's your wood, and then if you have, so for example, stress in the liver, right? Because liver is growth, right? It's the wood element. It wants to expand, it wants to grow free. So it gets resisted. And so when you get stressed, or like if you get grumpy, stuff like that's liver energy wanting to do something and you can't, and so then that can feed into fire, right? So if your wood gets taxed and then you don't feed your fire enough, you'll have, it'll all be out of whack. If it gets too low, the wood element, which is supported by water, which is your kidneys, so it'll start to drain from your kidneys in order to repair itself, but then that word messes up the whole system going backwards, right? Or you can have an overabundance. For example, I read a good example in an article. um, I don't want to steal it. I quote the person, I forget the name, but where they equate it to like an arm wrestle. So if you're arm wrestling somebody and your liver energy and you want to win, okay, and then you win, and you're going against earth, right? Because wood grows out of earth. So wood is the controller of earth, so earth doesn't get out of balance. But then if your wood element wins and you go too hard on that, then you have an overabundance, and then that's gonna mess up the fire, which is actually next, and then it's gonna overabundance contain the earth, right? And so this can get really complicated, and so I've been trying to work on ways to put this together in the background to set up a whole new kind of system. And make it my own. So it's kind of like adapting it in different ways, in a lot of different ways. But yeah, it's really fun. And it's important to understand that fire, uh, you burn yourself out, or you don't go hard enough, one or the other, always staying in that balance, but you got to keep the whole body. It's a lot like things in the world. I was joking yesterday or the day before, where everyone in the world, if you ask anybody, right, no one's racist, everybody accepts everybody for who they are, right? We know that, but we're all arguing with each other. And we're still, it's just like, come on, guys, come on, let's go, world, let's go. All these people are experts running our world. No, 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 no. Come on. Right? So it's exciting to see where the world's going in that direction, and so I wanted to talk about that. Using your new abilities. There's so many things going on, because in every angle of the spiritual realm, there's so many more energies coming in here now. That was the other thing we have to talk about, is the energies that are coming in. Yes, I'm going to talk about them right now. Okay, so it'll all go together. I know it always does. You guys are good at that. It's I've been hearing from people. There's a lot of energy coming in. There's a lot of things that people are going through or people are getting ready for or getting prepared for. It's very important to understand your balance. It's great to have that energy, right? But then if you don't ground it into things, put it into there, go do stuff, like I was saying right off the bat, just getting things done, putting that energy to use, using your fire, right? Holding it back, understanding the seasons that we're in, understanding, why you might be feeling more this way or more that way, but pay attention, check out the 5 phases, just look at the creation cycle, the destruction cycle, and then just understand each organ, and then just try and understand, what may be going on. This is like the traditional Chinese medicine, right? They look at your whole body, your thoughts, your everything, your physiology, like if you have stress, then they're going to look at your liver. Is the liver weak or is it overabundant? Why is it overabundant? Is the other one weak? Is after that, this, and then it goes into your psychology. It goes into the things we do, anything like that, feelings, emotions, all of it. So really important to just stay balanced at all times. For me, fire, I'm Libra, so fire is descending during my sun sign, or whatever that is, descending. So I'm always, so I totally, that balance with the fire, right? But then on the flip side, I totally, turn it on, and so we always gotta navigate. And I think that what happens a lot, people without this understanding and this awareness, they don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. It's like anything, knowledge is power, right? So we all got to learn as much as we possibly can, really, about yourself, and all of that sort of stuff. It starts just within yourself. It starts with slowing down. It starts with the realization of your abilities. And when I say new abilities, they're not any newer or anything like that. They just might be new to you. So it's important to keep your abilities, be aware of your abilities as they're growing, just like anything. Channeling energies, feeling spirits, hearing things, seeing things, all this kind of stuff, right? Realize that you're doing it all the time. We grew up in the world. The world says, when you picture things in your mind, that's just your imagination. And that's all that it is. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, that's all it is. No. Understand what an imagination is, understand how you can still dream, have an imagination in your dream, and then you can get lucid, or you daydream and you feel like you're there more than you're even where you're sitting in the middle of the day, right? Understanding what these things really are, what the elements are, what the feelings are, what the thoughts are, what's really happening to you. Shut off all the external explanation of someone else telling you what you are, and just figure it out for yourself. See what it is, right? Shout out Aries season, the new season, the new you, the new whatever, right? Just doing it from there first, and then applying, like I'm always saying, words, and it's all just words to describe things. So then apply the words to what it is that, is going on in your life. And if we take this approach, you guys take this approach to everything in your life, then, and go slow and understand it. There's a reason it's there. It's not just showing itself to you to, to make you miserable or something, or to pressure you, or to bug you, or to, it's just letting, if it's something you see, it's something you see. Somebody else probably doesn't. So why do you see it? You have to figure out that. You got to figure out all that stuff, right? It's not about necessarily what the energy is this way, energy is that way. Understand all is energy. Understand all is all the elements. It's whatever element you can create. When you understand the wood element, right, and you get into so it's stress, right, agitation, frustration, stuff like this. So it's opposite. The positive is peacefulness, right? Contentment, acceptance, stuff like that, and being nice. Instead of being grumpy or frustrated or, sharp with people, you're nice, you're open with people, so it's not necessarily like, oh, send me this energy, you can ask for energies like that too from your guides and stuff, but know what you're asking for, and a lot of times if you don't necessarily know, it's okay to just say, just need healing. Send me some love, some white light. White light is the best because it'll go to whatever color, it has to be. Gold is more focused. and it's golden, and you can wash yourself with any color, but it's this energy, that energy, this horoscope, like I love picking on all of us, but it's so we can keep moving forward. Is all that stuff's great too. Like I've been addicted to astrology. Like I'm recently, like I've been reading everything about it because I just want to understand how it fully works so that I can add this to my repertoire. But as someone who's understood it from the energies first, and like everything else I explained, questioning first, not assuming this or that because I'm told it, and whatever. So experiencing the energies, and then that's how I got into, the channeling and all this stuff. And then eventually, like I always say, it's all just real, guys. It's all here right now. It's all up in your head. You could be the most stubborn, science is the only thing that, is true, or you can be totally like, religious, I don't know, stubborn. And what's the purpose? Where are you guys getting to? Is the purpose to win, who's ever right? Or is it for you to learn and move forward in your life? Like, is it you, or is it, right? So how much of it is it really you, And so taking that energy, taking these energies, using these energies, understanding them, changing them, alchemizing them. So for example, the controlling, right? So let's say you have overabundant liver energy. So the stress, so now you're super, like excited, and it overabundant. It's a feeling, you want to feel into these things, but because the one that supports that is water, right? You can, or let's say controls it. The one that controls it would be the lungs, okay? Because it's metal, white. So metal chops wood. So if you have like that overabundance, stress and anxiety or frustration, you can't do something. What do we always say? Breathe, because the lungs are going to control the overabundance in the liver. Wait, I keep going to the right side, left side, liver, left side, right? I keep pointing this way. I don't know. So it's understanding what, so then there's liver exercises, there's water for your kidney exercises, there's heart exercises like the fire breathing and the, making ha sounds, and there's the sounds, all that stuff, you can look back on my videos, type in fire element or water, wood, all that. And I kind of talk about them all there. And then the triple heater, the 6 is the he sound, HE, and it's through your 3 down tien. So that can just like cool off everything, so it's great to do like after a workout or after you do all the other sounds and stuff like this. But, that's what I'm always kind of talking about on the show, is becoming the master that you are. I think I did a video way back where, talking about professionalism, when we live in even that, everything in the world is told to you how it should be, and this is what a professional is. It's like, no. A master in anything is a master because they're a master, and they don't need you to tell them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't earn the right of professional or master because you're still listening to people tell you how to be one. And it's not to say we don't offer that, advice, but to write it down, like this is what it is. No. You should, a master or professional is someone you look at doing their craft and that they are. It's not, and sure, like in anything fundamentals, there's going to be like, look at his stance. Clearly he doesn't stand, enough. He doesn't, there's guides. Guidelines are great for all of us. We all need them, I'm not trying to say it like that, right? I'm always picking on stuff, but it's like, I never mean it in a bad way. It's because we all got to keep thinking more. We got to put it all together. We got to keep going. It's too funny. How's you guys doing over here? Let me see. Lots of changes. Cool. Yeah, good. Oh, thank you, man. Friday, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I'm glad you do, bro. I appreciate it. I love doing these. I want to do more. And I got some time now, but I'm going to have some busy week or two coming up until we get around. But get it all going. I might drop a crypto video right after this one. I was thinking about, I want to talk about, hey, what's up, Sarah? What's up, Angelfish? Love your face. Yeah, engaging your abilities. Okay. They're saying it's okay. It's important to step back from all that it is that we have to offer. Stepping back from yourself so that you can allow yourself to be known. And they're saying stepping back because of all the things that we keep, overabundance. There you go. Thank you. Overabundance. Like I'm talking about. We got overabundance of too many things we don't need. Right? Over and over again. Right? So it's like that comfort zone thing, We should all be in our comfort zone, but able to grow and to move. Right? It's like, go to Earth and make a comfort zone, but don't stay comfortable in your comfort zone, because then you're not going to grow. Okay. Well, you know what? What if this is where I want to stay, and I just want to grow a little bit at a time? How about that? You know what I mean? Like, there's no judgment, right? That's the whole. I get so many of those all the time. I wish I could record every single counter to every, service to self, service to others. How are you going to serve somebody if you can't take care, if I haven't figured out how to take care of myself, how am I going to ever understand what you could possibly be going through when I'm not even going through it? So number one, I got to know how to heal things. Got to be a healer first. You got to heal this, heal this. And that's a lot to do. And there's no pressure, but it's a lot to do because there's so many things. There's energies all around us constantly. When we recognize we're energy beings, right? We're not just human, and then you're gonna bodies like this, and it's just like that, right? We gotta get all them old people out of here. No offense. I'm just kidding. Old ideas, old, because the reality of those ideas is they were box tough places coming from our ancestors who lived through the dark ages, who lived through, what was it? America had the Great Depression in the 20s, 30s, whatever. It's just over and over. I got to step out of all of it and start talking out of all of it. Like just Aries, the new you, go, right? Let's go. And but do that with the fire that's within, not without. Do it in a different way, right? As the world comes around to a lot more of this stuff, it'll get easier just to talk about things. But we got to be careful of the direction that it's happening in. It's why I think I hop on social media still and get the feelings I do about them. It's like, it's my way of sort of checking up on the direction of the new age, social media, all of this stuff. Right? We all got to correct things. We got to pay attention. We got to watch things, because your interpretation of it all and how you feel it's going to happen matters. Don't worry if it's going to change the whole thing, but it matters, because you're adding to the group think on it. So then when people think, social media, the people aren't talking to each other anymore. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, we should still be, doing that face to face, but does that mean that won't still happen? Does that mean, and now it's like virtual reality. Now it is face to face. It's easier because we can't travel all the time, so it's almost a good thing in a way, especially for family and, friends. Heck, most of the people I talk to, all y'all guys, right? We're not next door neighbors. So the way you see things, and if you want to take that as an example, look how we're using it now. Sure, as older generations go, oh no, it's terrible. It's yeah, it's totally fine, man. It's totally fine. Right? Kids are gonna adapt. Everything's gonna be okay, right? and we're going to use it for the good. And like I say, like if that's not a way of seeing how things have been going, look, it turned out okay. You know, it's not, sure, people are going to use it for good, people are going to use it for bad. It's the whole point. It's to, you know, and yeah, I don't want to say too much else. Sorry, so we're going to go into things, but we're going to save these things because things are going to develop, guys. Don't worry, everything's developing behind the scenes. All going to work out. Just keep getting your coins, and it's the group think. You matter so much, guys. Right? Don't worry about what your horoscope says. Don't worry about what this says. Don't worry about this says. Worry about, and don't worry at all. Focus on it. You know, don't worry about this. Worry about it. Focus on what you know to do. What you see, where the mistakes are, don't get triggered. Just say, hey, okay, that needs to be fixed. Hey, this, and then do it. Fire season, do it. Get it done. You feel good, right? You feel better. You got something done. You know, all of these things need to come in. You know, it's the wishing for it to fall out of the sky versus the actions versus the surrender. So you don't want to act too hard. Like I say, step back. You know, so it's literally your action is in your being in every moment, right? And if you think about why are you where you're at, because it's because or you know why, you know, things in your life, and you know you created it, whatever, you know, you're there because you know how to handle that. You're there because it doesn't matter where you go in life, you know how to be happy, right? You know, it's not where you go, it's who you're with, or what you do, it's who you're with, or right. And what if you're by yourself? Do you enjoy your own company? You know, being present and grateful and content in every single moment, right? That's the key. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you got. Doesn't matter what you need to get. Doesn't matter what you don't got. It doesn't. In the greatest grand scheme of all these things, what matters, the only thing is, you know what? You're right here in this consciousness. We're in a lot of other places too, but there's a reason for this amount of focus to be here right now that you have. And sometimes all you can do is just smile and give a hug, or a have a nice day, you know, or a compliment, I want to say, or whatever, or you know, that's it. That's it. More than you know, we're all caught up of this, that, the other. If we stop being caught up and everyone practiced every moment that they're in as often as they can, become aware of where they're at, how they feel, the energies. This is how you learn to channel. This is how you learn. It's because you slowed everything down and you're like, okay, you know, what is that energy coming in or that I feel? And you're like, oh, the Wi-Fi is on. You know, now it's like, okay, I can feel the Wi-Fi now, right? It's not like magical abilities, you know, but you know, what's magic to the magician? Nothing. If we want to learn the skills, practice the skills, right? But the practice is in the surrender, but it's also in the engagement. So you engage your being within the surrender of the openness of what is going to come and what is going to happen. Not that you just allow anything, but you're focused in what your intention is. And if it's to observe, it's to observe. If it's to go to this place in the world or the universe or your body or your wherever, and then just stay there. And then when you sit there and you go visit, right? If you got a shaky leg syndrome and you go visit your shaky leg cousins, whatever, your cousin shaky leg, and you're just like, yo, shaky leg, what's going on? Right? And you're not trying to pressure them, you're not trying to tell them what to do, you're not trying to, you know, or whatever. You're just like, hey, bro, what's up? I love you. I haven't seen you in a while. You know, it's like family, friends, right? That heals the leg because you just gave it the love. And not like, okay, and then you listen, right? How's it going? What's going? What do you need? You know, if it's honest with you, it's going to tell you, right? It's not going to be like people all weird, you know, they don't want to be embarrassed, they don't want to ask for help, they don't want to know. If it's your body, you can heal it. You really can't, but you got to listen. So you can learn all of the skills and all the abilities that you need and all the magic just by paying attention and being as quiet as you can. If you can't be perfectly quiet, that's the thing too. What does that mean? Everybody's got their own version of that quiet, but there is a 0 point. So what does it sound like? Oh, well, you'll know when you get there. It sounds quiet, but the sound is the quiet. So there's like a lot of awareness going on. There's like, it's literally going into like the center of it all and just being like, oh man, like, if I leave here, I'm gonna go somewhere, and like here, for example, now you got magnetized. Now you're over here. I shouldn't. Like the tornado. I had the tornado. You stick your arm out, and now you're gone. You did it over here. You did it over there. Red wire, blue wire, green wire. What direction are we going? Codes, numbers, right? And that's what consciousness, that's how, and then we get into the science. How's it all created, right? Shapes, consciousness, number, blah, 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 blah. It's also real. It's also cool. But you got to practice on what you want to learn, and ask yourself, right? Ask your guides, ask your, and not ask as in like you need permission, but saying it. So you're like, hey, or can we do this? Let's do this. I need this. I want that. I want to experience this. Let's work on this. Let's work on that. And they'll work with you. But then you got to pay attention and you got to hold that focus. You want to work on it. Well, how long do you want to work on it for? And then if you work on it in meditation for an hour or whatever, and then you go back to your life or whatever, don't forget to keep paying attention to that original intent that you had, because there's more to learn about it, and it's going to happen not in what happens around you, but in but like the way that it happens. So if like you're hanging out, you go into your friend's house afterwards, if you meditate, whatever, and then you go over there afternoon, and then it's the sort of, if you will, the same things are going to sort of happen more or less, but it's like going to be, what is it that you saw? How did you see it? How did it affect you? All these things, right? And then you go, oh, that's because I have an overabundant liver energy. Right? It's like, whoa, how do I connect all of this? Whoa, wait, dude, I need to go breathe. Can you give me a minute? And then go, or if it's another one, you need to, like, okay, how do you, with fire, when you have overabundant fire passion, how do you quench the fire? How do you control it? With water. And what is water? Emotion. So when somebody's really, 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 this is why relationships, right, that are emotional, right, they stay together. Dude gets all mad, and then the woman turns all water and gets emotion, right, and then she starts crying, and then as soon as she starts crying, the fire doused, and then what's wrong, babe? What's up? Whatever. I don't care. Oh man, she's crying now. Right? Doused fire. Boom. Fire and water, yin and yang. There you go, male, female. So, right, you can see how these things play out all the time in life, and yeah, I guess, right. What do we do? How do we make a whole system for everybody? How do we, I just like seeing the whole system come together, because we're all one, right? So everybody out there talking about whatever they're talking about, everything, right? It's all going to come. We're all here to unite the clans. That's why I say I'm out here just watching and making sure. That's why I got to talk smack, right? Even if just getting it out there, like they say, your consciousness, you're this, you're that, That's why I make the videos, because all this sits inside of me. So I'm like 100th monkey thoughts all the time. And then, shout out some of y'all, you don't know who you are. I'll just like send you guys a message going off on an audio or something, like, because we got to get this out there. We got to start talking. It's got to be spoken so that the vibration of the words gets heard. And that's why it's important. So when you speak it, laugh about it, right? That's why I try to laugh, joke. I'm not trying to cut down who you think you are, whether you think life is, because I made a I gave you an opposing viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally live for opposing viewpoints, all of them. And then as soon as we agree on one, I'm going to oppose it. even though that's the one I agree on, right? So that's what I mean, people, knowing where I stand versus, talking, just talking. That's a whole nother conversation. You guys know what I'm saying? Whew, where's my water? I don't think I brought it up. That's okay. What's going on with y'all? Walking dogs. Oh, nice. Yep. Take those babies for the walk. Doing yard work. Yeah, guys, awesome. I'm glad you guys are doing stuff. There you go. Yeah, we got a greenhouse on the way. So super excited. It's like huge. Probably take up like half the, well, not the whole backyard because up to the porch, but like it's gonna be huge. Awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited. It was warm, and then today's nice and chilly again. So it was hot. It was like hot yesterday out here. We get a lot of sun. Oh my gosh. Stewardship classes necessary. Yeah, and that's a big thing. A lot of this stuff, that's why it's like taught in monasteries, or it's taught over 10 years of time, 5, 10, 15 years, or people devote, because it's a way of life that you have to understand but you have to understand how to live the Tao, the way that is the way, it's not like we can just explain this, right? And we can, and we will, and we got to, and we always got in. That's why I like doing these Sunday spiritual sessions where you just any angle, talk about it humanly. Yeah, what I mean? We got to get every angle so we get all back to the middle. But you have to experience it. You have to live it. You have to understand your spiritual journey isn't just like, one thing you can do here, one thing you can do there. It's just your lifelong journey. It's the whole thing. It's the whole point of it. It's what it is. It's the limitation is seeing it as just a human journey, although we can call it a human experience, right? But as a soul being. So you have to do it. That's why it's a lifestyle, right? You want to change, you want to get in shape. You can't ask for it and wish it. You got to actually go and get in shape, that, like, physically, if we talk physically or mentally or all these things. So living it is the only way to experience it. And then hence we're all back, wraps us right back around to all these people out there talking about what this is and what that is and what this, or like shout out to Grandpops, right? He was a machinist. I might have said this before, and then he's been working on them 15 years. Other guys in there, 20 years, 20 plus, 25 years, and then all of a sudden the boss's son graduates college, comes in, starts changing things, telling him how to do it. Just like he couldn't even work the machine. Like he'd have to get help, but he's trying to make all these orders. So it's like if you want to support that lifestyle, then you're going to be caught up in a world where you're constantly fighting to be the best, all on a piece of paper, all on a, or whatever it is, all in, whereas then there's people who are like, forget that. So then they just go out and live life and just make do. And they're the ones who experience it. That's why the guy at the bar or whatever, don't psychologize him, like don't tell, you don't know what I've been, you don't get, and it's not like it wouldn't help, you know what I mean? Because that stuff's cool. We got to talk about it all. But that's the, because we're not learning it right in a good way, in the right way. We're not, anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm checking the show out, huh? But for the newbies, yeah, welcome to this day and age. If you haven't noticed, I think the whole world knows where we're at. And that's the thing. They made it way too big. They like literally pulled out the global dis-ease plan, and it completely failed. You know what I mean? I mean, they're going to keep pushing on it, but it's too funny. It's completely failed, and everybody saw it. Like they brought out the big one. They brought out they thought it was going to be way more different than it actually was, I'm sure. So shout out to the crashing and burning of all of that. I can't wait. And it's all happening. But, people need People need to go through the stages. They need to take the time. They need to do the research. They need to figure out that don't do half the research and then, say that you've done research. It's like, a lot of that's out there where people will, average people. It's like, don't just parrot it. Make sure what you're saying, you've heard it a couple times, like spiritual stuff too, right? It's like, why don't, it's like just keep these videos about talking about how everything's spiritual because it's how my life's been my whole life. Like it's how I've seen, So this is easy for me to talk about. And if I'm right, and that's it's not right or wrong. Everybody when we all understand how life works, right? And I'm still learning too, But when you can understand it from your level and your angle, then you're going to be able to like healing yourself. Then you're going to be able to go to somebody else, and ideally they can understand it fully, their understanding of it all, and blah blah blah. And then we can start putting the pieces together, And in the meantime, how do we figure it out? We just talk and not get offended. Right? What was I saying? I live in a world where we got so much going on, so many important things, but people can't take a G.I. Jane joke. Man, I ain't got time to explain nothing to these people no more. You know what I mean? And they're running they're famous. Man, everybody got to stop listening to these people. Shout out again. We're all equal. I don't think anybody's better than the other, but I don't even know. I don't even know. Sometimes, you know me. When I get like, you've seen those videos, so I'm just like, just be nice. That's it. Just be nice. That's all you gotta do. Be considerate. Be nice to yourself. Got to learn how to do it to yourself, because if you're not aware when you're hurting yourself, then you're gonna do that same thing to somebody else. Oh yeah, do this. It's a good idea. It's what I always do. Yeah, and it hurts, so don't do that one. Right? Yeah. When I get upset, I like smoke a big fat bag of crack. You know what I mean? No, that's not. Don't. No. Yeah. Okay? Maybe you feel better. Don't tell people to do that. That's it's coping or something. I don't know, coping, whatever, or just partying, whatever. It's not judgment. But again, if you take care of your life, you know who you are. Smoke as much crack as you want. I don't care. It's not my problem. But once you start telling other people this is how you handle situation, no. Right? And none of that stuff would be a problem if people would just listen to their own guidance to begin with, right? And then everybody would love Cracky Joe, he'd be hilarious. He'd be, and be like, yeah, he tried to sell me another one today. Yeah, he keeps trying. I don't know. He loves it, man. I don't know why. He looks strung out, but he loves it, man. I want to go get him a sandwich, but he's not hungry. He can't. I don't know. What are we gonna do here? His body, he's shrinking. His body's just looks like he needs to eat, but it's eating too fast. I don't know how this works. I want to help Cracky Joe, right? I got to show him other ways of love, or something, But once he starts, yeah. Anyways, I gotta talk about Cracky Joe and bring him back on the show next time. All right, guys. Let's pull some cards. What are we on? 38 minutes. It's low-key day. Like I said, the sun's hiding. So it's just kind of chilling. Been so busy moving the house around. Everything exciting over here. Going on. Keeping the energies level. A lot of sun codes. That's what we want to say about it. A lot of sun codes. Get your sun codes. Start getting them now, because it's Aries season. I'm going to get them right now. Right now. You got to start off the year. You got to get charged right now. Everything that you want to create for this year, you can charge it all right now, right, during Aries season. So as much as it's the action, right? It's also the energy building up, right? We come out of winter, hibernating, thinking what we're going to do. We're, getting out of our resources, whatever, using up what we had saved up. And now we got to go out and, plan our spring. So the planning, it's been done, or, if you haven't or whatever, just think about what you want. And, and charge it with the love, charge it with the energy of the sun, charge it with your intentions, this is what I want, this is what I'm asking for, this is what I would love to create, and from your heart and love, to benefit, right? Whether it's you or anybody, if it's in love and it's to benefit, doesn't matter. That's a good thing. And then just focus on what that feels like. Don't worry about, they say be specific, but what we mean is be specific about the energy. You know what I mean? And then when you're focused on that energy, where do you see yourself? And then, on the beach, then that stuff will come naturally, but don't force, I want to go on the beach. I want to go on the beach, no, because if your energy is, I wanna, right? All that kind of stuff, focus on the energy and then charge it and know that you're there, because you are there energetically. It's not about like, you got to prove to, Mr. Facts guy, fact checker that, I'm on the beach. No, that's not the point, and yeah, you can, right? That's a big stage in the beginning where you're like, you got BS yourself, but you're not. You're choosing to transmute the energies. You're choosing to imagine, right? The energy of this, energy of that. And you can do that within your body. If you've tasted it before, you can do it again. Like they say about drawing something. If you can't draw anything you haven't seen before because you don't have recollection of it. And sure, we can start drawing lines and we can go this way or this way, right? But and make a new creature or drawing if somebody's an artist, but that's because they've seen this mouth type somewhere, or they've seen this eye and they want to draw this eye, so they make a new creature because they just combine it. But everything that, if somebody says draw a tree, what are you going to draw? You're not going to draw a boat, right? It's something that you've seen before. If I said draw blah, 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 you've never seen it before, you're not going to be able to draw it. Period. Simple. Where are we going with this? I made way too many examples on that one. Energy, right? Be the energy. And then the stuff shows up around you. That's the whole, like Jim Carrey, right? Shout out Jim Carrey. Why did he get to be the goofiest guy in the world? Because he just did since he was a kid. He saw it made his mom laugh, or dad, it made, the parents' friends, it would entertain the adults or whatever. I think he said one time, and made him laugh, and he loved the reaction. And so he just made it a point to be as goofy as he could. And that's what got him to where he was, and then it all depends too, because a lot of times like people who are destined for this, I always wanted to be that, and then now I am, and everybody's different, so it's not, it's you getting into the magic of your creation, which is already you and what you've all done leading up to this point and your ancestry and why you came into this one. It's not, I need this, I need that, I need that. No. Once you master professional this, right, then you go everywhere and you're happy. That's all you like I say about when I'd be working in the stores, I'd walk around and it's like every interaction I have, even if I was like, thinking I'm working, and I'm like, hey, and then somebody says, oh, this person, hurry up and move, this person's the way, and I'm thinking in my head, right, then I'm going to stop myself. If they turn and they say, hey, right away, I'm sorry, hey, how are you? Oh my gosh, so it's like, so you right off the bat, you take that, it's what we think because of perceptions versus in the moment, how are you going to act? How are you going to be? Nobody, I'm not going to be like, forget you. Like, hey, can you help me reach that? No, leave me alone. Right? Like, even if we think it, people think it, we don't act that way. So why do we think that that's what happens in the world? Because it doesn't, because we don't act that way. We all think it in our heads and we don't even actually do it. So we're all living in a false reality. Right? It's a trip. Where was I going with this? I got way off right there. That was fun. It's not even real. And we call it real. Oh, the world is not that scary place. Your head is a scary place. The world is just people walking around all the time. And yeah, you got to watch. Sometimes you got to duck, and then sometimes you got to jump, and then sometimes you got to, just hide or something, go to sleep, hide out, find a place, and then other times you got to go get them, right? Sometimes you got to go round up the troops and, no man left behind, and remind us all, is me be the one to, oh, hey, sorry. I was totally thinking, like, why don't you hurry up and get your stuff? Like, I'm sorry. I don't know. But like right now that we're talking, I got nothing but love for you. I hope we have a great interaction right now. Right? Like, what are we doing? It's so funny. Okay, anyways, I'm getting off track. Where am I going? Hey, Marjorie, what's up? Yeah, start charging. Good to know. Yeah. Charging. Aries season is for charging. And if you're ready, like your hibernation was good and you got everything prepared, yeah, you can get on it right away as soon as Aries season. But it's the point of, like the action, like I said, being is the action. So being and getting the energies, charge, and then you start to implement it as we go through. I mean, I'm not the astrologer expert person, right? Shout out to the soul tribe out there doing their thing. But yeah, Aries is definitely, it's the initial phase, so it's, and then put it anything you want, right? And then and charging it will give it the creation. So just I want to say, like, be careful, what you charge during this time, because whatever, just we always got to be careful of that. But like I said about the energies, it's not just, all energies are here right now. Our body would not be alive if we didn't have every single energy present within it right now. If we didn't have earth, fire, water, wood, wind, metal, right? If we didn't have all five, and again, whatever, say the four if you want to do the four, but when you understand the five phases and your five major organs, we can relate a lot more to that than just like the four: earth, air, fire, water, as concepts, or and again, they're not concepts, they're still elements too. But yeah, what was I saying? Being the energy, changing the energy, right? Don't worry about what it is or something. Just look at it and go, this is how I want it to be, and because why not, right? I mean, either it's going to be how it is anyways, which it'll probably do, or, some of that's going to have to do with me, and then you realize how much it actually does. And how much the thing will change when you change your approach to it too. Like they say, and not just for that abstract idea, like, oh, change the way you look at it, and then that's good. No, that's literally how you change things. How do you change a person who's in a grumpy day? If you're grumpy back at them, not going to change them. If you look at them, go, crack a joke that gets under their skin or gets past them, or you do something goofy, trip and fall in front of them, and he starts chuckling, or something silly, that you broke through it, right? Is that fire? Is it water? Is it wind? Is it, it's love, right? Love's the end. That's it. Polarity, right? We're going to break everything down. It all comes back to the 0 point, and the Wu Ji, and the Tai Chi, and the Yin and the Yang, and the Yuan energy, right? Yin Yang, and then Yuan right in the middle. But what creates those? Nowhere, nothing, which is consciousness. The awareness of being nowhere is the point of conscious. What am I doing? Light switch. Snapping my fingers. That's the point where you come into the creational sandbox. Because it's from nothing it's from a blank sheet of paper that you create on. So to actually be blank, perfectly freaking blank. You don't care about nothing, but you don't care about not caring. You don't even know what caring is. I mean, right? Like, you're like, oh, so we're going to embody in that? No, embody that? No, that's the thing. We don't have to embody that here, because we're all pieces of that. That's for that to do. Okay. We're here to embody our piece of that, but we can always connect to that when we need to recharge. That's connecting to the source. You're just connecting to yourself, because even like if you were to connect to like electricity, right? You're electric man, and now you're just connecting to what, some low vibrational modern household DC currents, AC DC current. It's like, no, man, I'm trying to connect to something way more. It's like way more. Like, sometimes I feel like people ain't even trying. They ain't even, you don't even know what you're really looking for. Like, it's deep down in there, I know, and it's bigger than I can explain too. But that's the Tao, right? The name that can be explained is not the eternal name. The more you explain it, the less you understand it, and the further away from it you get. Because when you're in that zero, you see all the lines and all the colors around you. You're in the eye of that storm, right? As soon as you put your arm up, now you're gone. See you later, alligator. Have a nice trip. Don't forget to come back here every and that's what it is. So then we're trying to get to the center. We're spinning in the tornado, and we're trying to pull, right? And we're like, oh, right? And then what happens? Planets, alignments, right? Portals, opens up, gates, right? Oh, hey, grab that, right? Grab that, throw a link into that, pull that in, pull yourself to that timeline, or pull that timeline. It's like, you think of all the different metaphors, ways of looking at it, but that's all it is. Right? Sunday spiritual session, spiritualizing the humanizing, the spiritualizing. That's what we do. That's what we do here on the show. It's all a metaphor. It's one big metaphor. And what I say in the Awakening Consciousness is just one big synchronicity, right? For oneness, or whatever, for ye who knoweth the plan, whatever that is, or whoever or whatever, right? It's all just one big synchronicity, slowly coming into alignment, or coming into fruition, with little synchronicities popping up in each one of our lives as we pop up as the synchronicity for the one, right? It's all just metaphors. It's all macro, micro, and it's amazing. Oh my gosh, right? Go create something badass, guys. That's what we want to say. Be the badasses that you are. Your newfound gifts, newfound abilities, newfound powers that we're coming into, newfound awarenesses that we're coming into. Go slow. So I've been talking about on the show. Don't you know? Okay, on there, for a while, and it's really cool to see it all, right? And so I said, like I was talking earlier, the more we talk, the more. That's why I started the show. The more I'm talking about this, the more it's going to become real. Whether it's just for me and my timeline, right? And then by extension, all of you guys, because you're part of my timeline, but only as reflections in that timeline, and maybe you're doing your own thing, but how we can all live in the same place and have two different lives. Totally happy dude, totally sad dude, totally happy broke, totally miserable rich guy, right? It's all here. Stop worrying about, like I said, stop put your hand in the tornado. Just stay right here and walk around as the tornado in the middle, right? And change the vibrations, into light, right? We gotta get your tornado down first, of course. Hello. Yeah, love you, be brave. Hugs, Margie. It's not about understanding, it's about allowing. Yeah, seeing how the energy is affecting you, what space of allowing you are in. Are you allowing pain, happiness? What are you allowing? Yeah. Good for you. I'm glad. Yeah, they've been really good for me too. Really excited. Mama moved out to California, so she's downstairs right now. So I got a house full. So it's been something to adapt to, and it's exciting though. So, and that's what it's all about. It's just how much fun can we all just have, no matter what. It's like the idea, oh no, the Wi-Fi's on, it's gonna hurt me. Man, Wi-Fi, kiss my ass, Wi-Fi. Right? What kind of being am I if I'm just gonna spend all my time here being scared and worried about everything? But at the same time, when it's nonstop, you're like always shielded up. So I gotta go outside. I spend a lot of time outside. But I always did, right? It's the best place to be anyways. You get inside the house, you're in a box and there's electricity going through the walls and it just feels weird in these places. So I'm always outside anyway. And it's great. I mean, it's great too, but yeah, change the energies. You be light your fire, man. Turn on your what it is? Bunsen burners, man. Turn that up. Right? Science class, remember? You had the little flint thing, to make the spark. Those were fun. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to put them out and put them out. That's, I couldn't in class. I probably get in trouble, but I never tried. Yeah. To show me if you're ready to just allow. Yeah. And that's great. Yeah. However, you have to go through things, allowance is always key, because it's only within the allowing and the waiting, the pause moment that you catch or whatever, you catch that moment where you're like, okay, now this is what I got to do. Like more than anything, you've thought of all those things, you've thought of all that, right? Sleep on it or whatever, like they say. That's why they say sleep on it. Yep, that's it. Yep. Being, yeah, you're pushing for it. You want to be. That's it. Just be what you intend. Your intention, because we say all the time, we got to do this, we got to do that. But it's like we're already sending our consciousness and our energy to be this aware in this, and to just be here. Like just being here is already in itself such a huge creation. Anybody came to life, your sacrifice on earth to make it a better place, however you can, that's worthy of anything. You know what I mean? So stop adding up to other stuff. Stop adding up to what other people think, is what your contribution here is supposed to be. That's yeah. And what did you say earlier? What you're focusing on, the love or the fear or the light? Yeah, it's just all just going to keep happening, but none of it has control over you. Like we're still here. Think of the last however long of your life, or think of last couple of years, and maybe you were what we've been going through the past 2 years, 2.5 years, right? Think of all the worry and all of this and all of that and all of that, and I mean, but hey, those of us, like, everything's going to happen anyways, the way it's going to happen, and we're all still here, or some of us are not. Shout out to those we've lost. Never a fun time, but yeah, you mean everything, right? That's the whole point. It comes back to you. It doesn't come back to being right about what to do here, what to do there. It comes back to you, like every single time. And then you'll realize how much of your life that you're creating. And then you start to manifest and create consciously as a conscious creator. You link up with your conscious that creates you, and you go from there. And then this is your, who am I, the mission, the this, right? All metaphors. It's all, not a metaphor, it's true too, but you know what I'm saying? It's all the same. It's all the same thing. Cool. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, with change, heck yeah. The more you fight, the more you struggle. Yeah, and then you lose faith of yourself or the situation, because it's not working, because it's not supposed to work, and you keep wanting it to. Right? It's like, like, oh no, I got to be around Wi-Fi, and it's like, well, are you ever going to be the being that can not have to worry about Wi-Fi? There's going to be a point where you're going to have to face that or something, or and any love or joy or happiness or anything will knock that right out of the park. Some Wi-Fi is really not that, it's not helping, the fact that it's constantly being pumped out low frequency waves, but it's not like we're pumping out high frequency ones all the time instead, like we should be. But yeah, you are in control of your body. You decide if the frequency is going to affect you and when you want to make it feel better. So let's pull some cards. Love you guys. We're going to go to the shaman's dream today. I want to do Sweat Lodge. My Sioux, what is it? Brethren, ancestors, ancestry. My ancestor brethren. No, not that. See, Odin wants to come and play too. See, I like doing the polarities now. You know, like we got the archangels, kind of been sticking with those guys, and then Odin for the warrior. And then we need another one though, right? So that'd be the fairy or Lemuria. No, let's see. Lakota wants to come talk today. Okay, so our fairy / earth, we're gonna do Lakota. We're gonna skip the shaman's dream. We might. Oh man, everybody wants to come out and play. Okay. No. It's the energy. Everyone, they all want to. They all want to manifest. They want to talk about what they want to do. Let me just pull all you guys. Who cares? All right, let's start with. Oh man, you guys are just arguing. I'm just picking you then. Too bad. They're like me. All right. Excuse me. Now, does that one want to go first? Yes. Does that one? Yes. Does that one? Yes. Does that? Okay. Who wants to go more than? Oh, I'm not gonna. Who wants it more than another? It's like we're all saying yes. Like why we got it, right? See how? So that's us. It's us creating the competition, right? It's me in my mind, but I don't want to do that, so that's all right now. It's it, and that's what's funny. Like that's how much you'll change. You know, anything when we talk about stuff, seeing life in this way, to different, to this, to this. It's more knowledge. More knowledge. Knowledge is power. It's knowledge is actually knowledge, and power is actually power. So I don't know how to explain this place. No wonder we're getting all confused. We're connecting too many things all over the place. Hey, we got the face card or the whatever. We got the one who's on the front of the deck. Archangel Christine in the house. Thank you for coming. Accept the Christ light. Act with wisdom and loving compassion. Cool. Yep. Shout out to that. That's definitely what the world's coming into right now. They need that consciousness. We got to rev that back up. That's a good one for those of y'all, if y'all want to do that one. Get that Christ consciousness going back up there. Don't stop at Christ, right? We're here for the consciousness of it. You know what I mean? It's not about who it is and shout out to the Christ consciousness. Shout out to all beings who came and represented that which we term that level of consciousness, based off of someone who was like the most amazing example we got. I mean, if you think about, I don't know, I haven't compared them all, but you know, trying to make him into a saint, that's for sure. If he wasn't, he is now. I'm just teasing. Like nobody really has anything bad to say about you. That you did. Good job, bro. Good job. Right? He nailed it. So do we got to keep coming to Earth, figuring out life? Yeah. Okay. Well, didn't he nail it already? He figured it out. So why we got shit? And that's just a bigger conversation. There's a lot of places in the universe we got to. If you're on the team, you're on the team. That's what we do. Archangel Christine is the twin flame of Jophiel. Archangel Jophiel, and carries the divine feminine light of wisdom and loving compassion. This beautiful golden archangel holds and radiates Christ's light. When your crown chakra becomes fifth dimensional, she places a ball of cosmic wisdom into it, infusing the 1,000 petals with light and attracting beautiful energies to you. Archangel Christine is helping those who are on the ascension path to proceed with wisdom and also to help others onto their path. She shares a retreat with Archangel Jophiel, a glorious etheric golden temple over the mountains of northern China. Together, they are beginning to release some of the wisdom held in the land in the east in order to help the planetary ascension. Guidance is to open up, let her fill you with the Christ light. Well, let the light fill you. And wisdom. Know that from the moment you invoke her, she'll start to pour unconditional love, golden wisdom into you. She helps you experience everyone and everything from an enlightened perspective. Take a moment to feel her energy flowing into your mind and then consciously beam the light you have received to others. Archangel Christine calls on you to approach every person you meet today with wisdom and loving compassion. Notice how they respond to you. In addition, treat situations around you with sagacity, which I think means not worrying so much, right? Sagacity, I forget. I never use that word. I'm looking it up. Saga City. That's how you spell it. One word. Sagacious. Oh, thanks. There you go again. Discerning. Sound and judgment and wisdom. There you go. Cool. Got it. Yeah, this card. Dude, nailed it. Yo, nailed it. I don't know when you said that. Yo, this card is on it. This is everything I was just talking about. Notice how they respond to that too. To the exact extent that you exude wisdom and loving compassion, she will help your life to transform. And that's the understanding. So again, with energies, like I'm always saying, your life will transform because you start to exude those qualities, right? And so, whoever the being is, thank you, thank them, right, for holding that knowledge, holding that light, holding that space, but it's not like, this, the idea of beings, like they say, they don't want to be worshipped either. It's not that. It's you understanding that it comes into you too. And it's that light. And we have a lot of friends. There's so many beings here that are here to help us, guys. And worrying about resonating, don't, if it feels good, it's good, right? If there's something, it's like the saying, if you have one inkling of this isn't a good idea, don't do it, right? Even if everything else says, everything else says yes, but you're like, and even if it's a little one, even if you're like, oh my God, it's so much fun, I'm having such a good time, and then you're like, what's that? And if you ignore it, good luck. No, I don't know. I'm just being dramatic. And why not? And why? Like, why? So you went home, and ordered a pizza instead or something. And then you just, you watch Netflix or something. So what? It's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, shout out to the Archangelic Division for bringing the Christ light. It's very appropriate that we were talking about all that too. Being that, right? Like they say about Jesus, he healed because when you were in his presence, his timeline was healed. His energy, his aura was healed. That's all we got to practice, man. You heal people, like I was saying earlier, just by giving them a phone call, right? Call grandpa, call grandma, call, right? Whoever, aunt, uncle, whoever you haven't talked to in a while, and just see how they're doing, right? Because it heals it. It heals, and not even if it's something that needs to be healed, but just even if there's a thought, I haven't talked to him, so right, fix that one right up, right? Like it's all these things. If like the body, you want to heal the body, go visit the body. Go knock on the door, shake your leg. How you doing? I haven't come by in a while. I hope do you need anything, right? And then give it the love and attention. Any child, anything, any seed, right? All it needs is just a little bit of love, a little bit of nurturing. That's it. Some water, some food, some sunshine, right? And a friend, right? And to be connected, to know it's connected, right? And we always are. So go do that instead of whatever other human stuff thing that probably we might not even want to have to do right now or something. But you do that energetically, so then you're doing that thing, you're washing dishes, you're doing laundry, whatever, but you're dancing while you're doing it. You're singing in your head, you're humming in your head, because why not, right? Using the world to determine how happy you're going to be. We're always going to be disappointed, even rich people, right? Like they say, it don't matter, doesn't matter, that stuff. We got to figure out and get back to what's really important. And there's a lot of us who know what that is. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of normal, regular people out there who, like I always say, the world isn't the scary place that everybody thinks it is. Doesn't mean that there's not a bunch of morons with way too much power and control that are doing moron things, but most people aren't on a day-to-day basis. Depends where you live. I lived in suburbs of Chicago. I'm completely not there, so totally different. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. Odin, focus. He's like, I gotta get this card out. How many you want? He said he wants more than one, but well, then you drop whatever you need to drop. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. He said, okay, one card it is. What, you try and prove me wrong? See, that's all you gotta do. That's what I mean. Sometimes you just yell at it and then it works. You guys know what I'm talking about. Or you gotta complain about it, right? Why isn't my phone loading the website? Right, and then all of a sudden it loads. Like, oh, okay, just needed to yell at you, because sometimes it needs the boost, right? So now, like I was saying, imagine all these energies. Imagine understanding the way you work, the way the words. Now try and apply all that to everything else. Try and apply the 5 phases: wood, earth, fire, right, to your phone, and see what phase it's going through. You know what I'm saying? And we can, right? Because we understand the analogies and the links, but let alone understanding the 5 phases within your own body and your own how to, and then the control phases, like that's when you get, that's Metatron. Shout out Metatron. Yeah, that's when you got, that's a lot to learn. And then to put all of that consciousness into one beat, right? So how are we all going to grow? Sharing. That's why I'm just do everything for free that I ever do, except for my one. I want to do like a big giant. I'm doing this big giant whole body, mind, soul thing. So that's the only thing I'm gonna, because that's gonna be a lot of work for me to freaking like an energy to use and to. But everything else, I just want to blab. Ow. The Norns. Oh, okay. So we got the Norns, which are the magic, not runes, not gods, not places, but magic. The Norns are destiny. Is the tree upside down? Oh no, they're under it with the water. So they're like in the earth with the water. Yeah, here I'll say. This is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. There are said to be many Norns. All are born from the gods, elves, and dwarves, but the 3 most prominent are Urd, U-R-D, Urd, Verdandi, and Skold. They live under the tree of life, Yggdrasil, in a beautiful hall near the well of fate, Udarburnr. I could do that. I could say this. That's all I got that. See how pale the skin is? That's me. They visit each child at birth. This card indicates that the Norns are shaping your life. Here we go. Just as they shape the lives of all people. Urd represents your past. Verdandi describes what is presently coming into being. And the third Skold represents what shall be. The Norns cast wooden lots, weave cloth, and carve symbols like the runes into wood, all fate crafting activities. Drawing the Norns suggests that you need to set an intention for what you desire. It could be yours. It must come from a place of reviewing where you have been, what you want, and where you see yourself going. The Norns encourage you to surrender your attachment to your karma because it is woven already into the path that you are on. Stay in gratitude. Everything has already been created. Shout out to that. All right. See what I mean? Like, to new birth, creation. Look at the tree of life. Look, Yggdrasil's. I was going to say, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can't mess that burner place. Man, look at that energy. You know, Urdar about it, right? You don't mess with Urdar. Okay, I'm like, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we totally got coming together. Okay, yep, we're gonna go dream because now we're gonna. Okay, so we did angels and we did Odin. Now we're gonna go back up and dream again with the shamans. Shamans' dreams. That's sweet. Which is what we are. We are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. That's what it says on the box. Let's see what it's gonna be. Happy Easter. Is that? Oh yeah. Is that today? Oh hell no. Am I supposed to be getting eggs? Oh damn. I knew one of y'all was gonna blow up. I knew it. That's too many, bro. That was a total. All right, fine. I'm gonna read them. We're gonna interpret it. Why? Are you sure? I don't even want to look at the cards. All right, they're all connected. Jeez Louise. I tried to separate them, and then the energy's like, who's you? I'm like, that's infinity. Fine, infinity, fine. All right, hold on. That's too many. I'm gonna do it again. You gotta give me top and bottoms when you do infinity too, up and down too. All right. Because organization, sorry, I don't know how they fell out, but this is how they're supposed to be organized. So we got deep diver, diving into a task. Oh, I see where you're going with this. And then the wailing tree and reconciliations. Ooh. And then we got crown games, right use of power. And then the perfect storm, the courage to step into life. So it's probably could be backwards there. Like I said, I don't worry about the order. So we got, oh yeah, holy moly. Kind of what's happening. And look at the colors. Same. Right. So let's see. Should actually put these together. So we got the crown games and the right use of power with your reconciliation in the wailing tree. And then deep diver, diving into a task in the perfect storm. So it's saying to go. You see what I mean? It's diving into your task, diving into the creations. What do you want to create, right? It's almost water opposite of the fire, right? And then when you add the fire to your creations, you want to use it right. Use it right, and reconcile, right? Like anything, like make balance, right? You use the pot this time where your new intentions, your new abilities, your new energies. Whoa, moving into Aries for Aries season right now. We got 44, we got 10. So that's what, 54. So that's a 9. Okay. If you combine them, what's the 8 and 16? Or no, 14 and 8, 22. There's a master number. Creation. And it's a 22. It's a fire. So we got all the new Christ-like stuff coming in. Let me see if I want to read all 4 of them. Where's the book? But I will. It's 2 crown games. I think it's just is it C or is it? Yeah, it's number 8. So, all right. Crown games, leadership, responsibility, accountability, right use of power. There's a game of power played by all people, whether they're conscious it or not. Concerns who has it and who doesn't, how to get more of it, how to not lose what you have, how to wield it wisely, and how to not get drunk with it and cause harm. These are matters that you need to ponder now that you find yourself in the crown game too. You want to be on top, the best, the most effective, the most beloved. You may discover that your deep desire to help others is disguised in the underpinnings of this complex game. Power and all it entails can both be dangerous and productive, destructive and redemptive. Which will it be for you? Can you forgive without condition or condoning and keep your dignity when challenged? Will you be accountable, amenable to change or making amends? Can you let go of your need to rescue others, lead with humility while letting others discover their way home? Now you're learning that empowerment comes with a price and a sacrifice for sovereignty. This is time to pick your battles. Use strategy and temper your reactions. You have the power to make a beautiful difference on behalf of others. Can you see power as a currency that you must spend judiciously? True power is stewarded wisely, for it is given from the divine, not from the ego. In all your relations, the greatest beauty is when power is shared. If you are in a higher position, it's even more important to be kind and respectful. As for guidance, it will come when you choose compassion over your own goals and desires. Not that compassion as a goal or desire isn't that too, but over the ego, yeah. When you stop caring about who wears the crown, true success and influence appear for you, right? Because then you can be successful anywhere, and you don't need a crown. But then if you are truly successful anywhere, you'll get the crown if you're meant to get the crown, because your past or your fate is, or your karma is already woven into your path, as the Odin card said. What were they? The NORADs? I forgot already. I put the book away. Okay, now we got Wailing Tree reconciliations. We're going to go. Yeah, you know what? I'll jump. I'll go. Okay, so fire. I'll jump to the water. I'm going to go in order of numbers. So 8, right use of power. Going to 10, the deep diver, embracing risk, diving into task new discoveries. Easy to play in the shallows where the waters are clear and you can see all that glitters by your feet. Anyone can venture here. There's a little risk. Nothing to discover, no dark secret, nothing that you can't already perceive. The treasure has long been picked away, replaced by a gentle certainty. In the shallow river is safety and no surprises. But that's not who's calling you now. The deep diver invites you to take the plunge with him. You can't see the bottom, but you must swim into the dark depths to find the mystery that eludes you now. He knows where the pearls lie underneath the ancient sands. You are called to look beyond the surface of things for your answer. Let your intuition propel you into the water, allowing your memories to swirl around you and your emotions to well up as you face the unknown. Your curiosity will be your greatest guide. You'll surely discover something wondrous to bring back to everyone who is waiting by the shore. But only you will know the true value of your discovery. Are you willing to do the work? Dive in and make the commitment to see it through, and you'll be amazed. Cool. Right. Power with you. Take it with you. Okay, where are we going? Now we're going 44. We're staying in water. I'm going in number order. Invitation to act now. When the perfect storm appears, it causes you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent time. The winds are picking up, and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you will be buffeted by gusts that take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around, and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. If you wonder what you might lose during a perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. Nice. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem. Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness. Experiencing the fullness of life, you will succeed. Well, if we didn't have the frickin' diver, the perfect storm, and the crown games and the right use of power, let's get to the Wailing Tree. You Grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses, reconciliations. When you encounter the wailing tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. You may have been overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do so. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and what could not be. This is a way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts in it, to put proper closure on it, to really know what you've learned as you walk away from it and into something new. Even in the perception of failure, there's much good to be discovered. However, skipping the stages of loss doesn't get you to reconciliation any faster. In fact, you'll discover that you will at some point have to come back to it at some point. So do it all now. Look at it all squarely and honestly, and stay with your feelings. Life is not either or, it's both and, this and that. So as you dive in and process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion on your journey. The feelings that there's dive in, right, with the dive card. The feelings that this will bring to the surface will be challenging for sure, yet like all things, they will pass soon enough. You'll be more enriched by the experience. Beautiful, guys. Right? I like that. I like that a lot. So we got the Aries, the power, man, guiding us, and then into the unknown, but trust that he knows where the pearls are, right? It's the perfect storm you got to dive into, right? You don't want to go into the storm, but you got to trust that you got the power, but you got to go forward knowing, like I said, charge with your intentions, the time, right? Hibernation's over, right? And so now we're let go, face it, do it now, get it over with, right? And then dive in and start up the storm. Don't worry about with the storm or the water, because you got the power. You got the power, right? But using the power, right? That's why these cards are connected. Using it properly, facing, being honest, and then just whatever else those cards said. I don't remember. It was like, there's so many words of wisdoms. Okay. Last ones. Then I'm gonna go. I haven't had breakfast. I gotta eat. I'm starving. It'll be lunch by now. Yeah, it's noon. Oh, I forgot you're like this. I'm putting this thing in a bag. See, it's like this. It's got like two. Get them now. Okay. Now, that Shaman's Dream, man. I told you, this is the Ra cards. This is like, I blessed them with Ra's energy, right? Until the card 144 comes out, the 144th card, and then it'll reset. And that's the only way I'm going to know, because I don't know what card number I'm on. So. Yeah, it was a Raven. B-Rave. Big. Oh, snap. That was way too many. Yeah, these just got to be shaken. That was like 8 cards. I'm not going to do it, guys. Calm down, guys. Calm down. Look at the green. Oh, you can't really tell by that. Whew. Spiritual teachings of the Sioux. Let's go. We're doing 1-on-1 for sure. We gotta do 4. 44. How many do you want? Just for the week. Move forward. Shaman's Dream told a big story, so for the week. For the season, really, kind of right? All right, we got two. We got to do two more. Oh, we got the bear. We got bear. We got sun. Tub is bear. And it looks like he's got the seasons behind him. Number 10. And the sun, number 1. Aha! Okay, 4 it is. Let's go. Got Tub. Bear. It's a bear, guess it. Excuse me. All right, wisdom. Yes, sir. Bear, kidney energy. Hibernation, winter, right? Just got out of bear. Bear I am, bear I be, eternal as all forces of nature. I'm the guardian of all my children, the four-leggeds of the earth. I sit in silence and observe. I sit in silence in the dark of my den, and I communicate with our Mother Earth. I speak when I know what must be said. I act when I know what must be done. When I speak and when I act, all within great distances know that I have done so. For when I speak and when I act, it is a force that sets things right. Woo! Bear boy. As humanity the tradition is, cool. As humanity expanded beyond instinctual knowing, the need for protection and wisdom had to take a new form. Tob means 4. Tob means 4 times 4. The expanding progression, the wisdom of 4-legged animals, extending to the extremes of the 4 directions, communicated by the 4 winds. Tob is the interrelatedness of the individual within the matrix of creation, personal truth within the truth of the family, within the truth of the tribe, the nation, the world, the universe. Through the wisdom of Tob, Bear, we come to recognize what is right for us as individuals. Bear knows what plants and herbs to dig for sustenance, when to fight, and when to hibernate. The card says you're being asked to use the divine wisdom that is within each of us to reach for that which is for your highest good. Wisdom is the ability to see the connection of all life and accept all things as they are. That includes fully accepting yourself in any given moment. Wisdom links the intuitive feelings with the fact and information known to the mind. When you act from a place of wisdom, you allow guidance, open yourself up to the information provided by the universe, to information. Avoid the assumption that every opportunity is a message from the universe urging an action you should take. You have choice. Use your inner wisdom to determine if it's the right time and opportunity for you. Act upon what you feel as well as what you know. Yeah, I really like that. What did I want to say? Is that it? Tob? Meditation is I give myself time to be separate and silent, allowing deep and guided knowing to emerge. Yo, Tob. Kicking it off, son. Okay, let's go to the next one. Woo! I'm getting energies, boy, coming in. Better calm down. Somebody's getting high-rised. All right. I'll have to check in on that later. I'm a little busy right now. Excuse me. No, just teasing. What do you eat? Something. Anyways. Okay, so I go right into it, man. I can't have that, start figuring it out. Okay, sun. Woo-woo. The we. It's we. You guys want to play we? It's the we. The why? Why we? Personal power. I'm the embodiment of all. I'm the embodiment of the source of all being. I'm all, create all, and devour all. I'm the manifestation of all that is your creator. Wankantanka, a great mystery. You seek from me words to enlighten. I live beyond words. Look at me, feel me, experience me. There is the knowledge you seek. I am the light. According to Lakota tradition, the creator, Wankantanka, was alone in an endless, timeless space. He decided to create from himself spirit forces through which he would create the universe. In course, he created the 16 mysteries. The first created was we, who from pure spirit became the elemental energy of light and life, the teacher and sustainer. We has, or why, with, is it with? has transformed the sun, was transformed into the sun with the power to provide life, the energy for the earth, and to produce in substance, in the substance of life. Okay, yeah, the sun. We know what it does. The card, you're on the road to becoming, accepting, acknowledging power within. Sun lights your way, making your direction clear, allowing you to see your power. It is time to express your personal power by using your inner gifts. Direct your energy, and you will achieve what you set out to achieve. You may want to sit in the sun, letting its radiance and warmth encircle you with power and strength. Let the sun's light help you gain the confidence you need. Recognize the inner light and the inner radiance in order to illuminate your personal vision for the future. You will find that once the vision is clear, your power is at hand. The meditation is the energy of the sun meets with my own and awakens new understandings. I open to the fire, the diversity, the harmony of life. Yeah, and even if you guys don't have the sun, connect to that. You can still connect to it within yourself, that flame. Cool. Let's do this next one. We got the next one. Ooh. Okay, well, I saw this one first, so that's why we're going to do this one when they popped out. So we got the material, number 16. Humani, Hoha. All right. Humani, not many. There's a little bit. Believe that you are provided. Oh, the material, abundance. Abundance card, boy. Believe that you are provided for to sow. Our Father created me that you may know this. As you come to trust in yourself, you will know me as one who leads you through knowledge of giving and receiving. Our Creator wishes you to fill your stomach and keep your body warm. Wankantanka wishes that you feast at the appointed times. He also wishes you to care and share among yourselves, that you work in harmony with Tate or Tate. Know, which I think is, I forget, is it just the moon? Know that all things of the material world are passing by. Receive in gratitude and release in joy. Now I want to see who Tate is. There it is. The wind. I want to say it's the wind. Hold on. If it's not, yeah. Hold on. Yeah. It's the wind. Nice. That's why I remember it. Because I'm an air sign. Or it rang the bell. Okay. So the tradition, Creator gave humanity knowledge of material, gifts of life, tools, hunt, forage, clothes, warmth, stress, shelter. It was all given for necessary for survival. In Lakota's tradition, a person's wealth is measured not by what one possesses, but what one gives away. A person understands that cycles of change, time of scarcity, and times of abundance are natural to this world, and that the Great Spirit provides all that is for all the people. The flow of material possessions through our hands is known to be from the bounty of the Creator to be blessed and appreciated and released in the cycles established by the Great Spirit. Abundance is yours. Everything you need to sustain life has been provided for you. It's all here for you once you accept it. It is your responsibility to allow the abundance into your life. You must become centered and balanced in the material world by comfortably giving and receiving. Give thanks for all that is provided to you and be able to release that which has been received. We all share the abundance of the earth. Be aware of the importance you place on your material possessions. Release your hold on your belongings and relinquish your fears of scarcity. An impoverished attitude brings forth poverty, while the acceptance of abundance allows for abundance. Lighten your load and begin to give some of your belongings away. Let them go. Your sense of abundance need not be limited to financial prosperity and material possessions. We're provided with a true wealth of love, compassion, companionship, teachings, guidance, and nourishment, riches we have only to accept. No kid. The meditation, I acknowledge with gratitude the flow of God's abundance through my life. I like that one because that really hit on how it's all here. Well, I'll just keep arguing. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, you guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to teach everybody. Somehow. Right? I think I got a lot of it figured out. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to, just trying to help. I want you to know that. Show the card. Moon. There's the moon. Hanwi. We already had the moon. Duh. So we got the sun and the moon. And then we got the bear. And then we got the material. Hello. Come on, man. What you want? What you want? What else you need? Okay. I'm the subtle yet powerful force of cycles upon your planet and body. I shift the tides and I shift your moods and your receptivity. I'm a light that shines in the darkness. For never, dear one, are you without the guidance of all that is life. And I shine upon you as you sleep. I draw you into the misty reflections of all that I have seen. I quicken change and motion. I relieve headaches with the coolness of my light. I work with my sisters of the sea in rhythmic respirations of life. When I'm hidden from you, I offer you the opportunity to find within yourself the reflection of spirit. In the Lakota story of creation, Maka, Mother Earth, traveled around we, the sun, who warmed and lighted but half her body. Maka asked we to warm the side that was cold and dark. We created from himself Hanwi, the moon, and placed her on the far side of the earth so that the sun's light reflected would comfort and illuminate the earth's dark side. Han is darkness, we sun. Hanwi is the night sun. Hanwi ceremonies in darkness as she crosses the night sky. Certain ceremonies and rituals are performed with the night energies. The energies of darkness and the energies of light complement each other. Through the light of the sun and the light of the moon, Wankantanka brings a sacred balance of energies. The card says we live in a world of cycles that offers opportunities for reflection, understanding, and growth. Drawing the card of Hanwi suggests that these cycles must be acknowledged and the gifts accepted. We cannot sustain one mood, one way of perceiving, one action only throughout our lives or even throughout our day. Receive the rhythmic balancing changes within you and those around you with grace. Reflect on the relief from stress of the freedom of expression and on security in the future given by these cycles. Accept spirit as the soft illumination as well as the bold sun. Meditation as I open to the grace of beauty, the light of spirit shining in all creation. Cool. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm totally spent. I'm so hungry. So I'm getting the heck out of here. I hope that works. Kinship with Lakota. Yeah, dude, they're cool people. I don't know what it is about Lakotas. Probably because it's in my blood, but oh my gosh. Yeah, nailed it, cards. So focus on your light. Don't be scared, of the unknown. Shine your light, right? Ask for what you need, what you want, create what you can, learn, pay attention, go slow, all these things, guys. It's very simple. And that's such a good way of life too, right? The only reason we all want, millions of billions of dollars, whatever, is so we can go relax on the beach. Right? So why is everybody running around trying to work all the time? I don't know. I think the secret is just going and relaxing on the beach. That'll clear your mind so that when they say, hey, we need to get some water going in the water drought, and be like, oh yeah, maybe we should. Everybody saying no isn't hanging out at the beach in nature enough. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So get out in nature, guys. Exercise, move the chi, right? Set your intentions. It's going to be important moving forward. Right? What if you were more important than you could ever imagine? Just saying. So let's set it right. That starts with you. Don't worry about everybody else. Can't. That's why it's good to be aware of what's happening and not lose track of your surroundings and lose all senses, is because then that your intention and what you said and whatever you did was of your right. It was right for you. That was, because then if you're like, oh yeah, I forgot what I did, it's like, then somebody's gonna mess with your head as soon as you, right? So okay, I love you guys. I'm totally gonna get off. See what you guys are doing. Whew, all right. Cheers to life. Over full. Kinship. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. See you guys on the next show. Peace.